Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to define and fill in your eyebrows. So before we get started, I'm going to give you a few little tips and fun facts about eyebrows. So first of all, you kind of have to work with what you have. If you don't have an arch like I do, certainly don't make one. Go with the natural shape that you have. Also, keep in mind that our eyebrows are like sisters, but not twins. So nobody has two perfectly symmetrical eyebrows, and I feel that almost everybody has one that they really like and the other they're not so partial to. I know that I do. I think I like this one? I don't know. And another thing I want to mention is if you're not sure where your brows should start and stop, a good rule of thumb is to take a makeup brush and go on like the dimple, not on the outside corner of your nose, but kind of right here. And that is where it should begin. Where it should arch, if you have an arch, is kind of like an arrow was shooting through your pupil. And then where it should end is on, yes, the outside corner of your nose. So it could go out that far. So now that we have a few little facts in our brain about eyebrows and a few guidelines established, let's get started. So I've got my brow powder here. I'm using deep brown because that's what color matches me, but there are other shades. And then I am going to apply the powder with this angled brush. So when trying to determine how much you need, start with a tiny, tiny amount. So I take my brush and I just barely like kiss the surface. So I'm going to begin filling in where I want my eyebrow to be the darkest, which is going to be kind of from the center to the tail. That's where it's most sparse, where I need the most definition. So I'm going to start at the top of my arch, and if you don't have a natural arch to your brow, don't make one, just go with the shape that you have. Some people have completely straight eyebrows, some people's are more rounded, and you'll see I'm working in very short little strokes. Okay, for the last part, you want your eyebrow to be kind of a gradient that is softest in the interior part and gets darker as it goes out. And I do want to just define the bottom part of my eyebrow very, very subtly. So I usually take what's left on my brush and just make a straight line here. And I'm just barely touching that brush to my skin. Then I'm going to take it in upward strokes and kind of just blend that line that I created upwards. So that creates a little cleaner look along the bottom, but it doesn't make anything too dark in here. So one extra little step that you can do, and this is totally optional, is to further define and clean up your eyebrow shape with cream concealer. So of course we are going to use the Conceal and Contour concealer, and I'm using light because that is a shade lighter than my skin tone. So I'm going to grab my Vera Mona color switch so that I can use this same brush, swipe that across to get rid of any of the eyebrow powder that was still on there. And then I'm just going to dip my angled brush into my concealer. And I'm just going to clean up the shape by kind of outlining it and then immediately blending that out with my finger. So I'll do it on this eyebrow so you can tell the difference. So you want to go underneath and then also anywhere else you want that shape a little more defined and cleaned up. So this eyebrow just looks maybe a little bit more cleanly defined. This again is an extra credit step, but it's also a good way to fix any mistakes you may have made, or if you didn't get this initial line as straight as you'd like, or as a extra bonus, if you haven't plucked your eyebrows in a while, this is a good way to cover up stray hairs. And we are all done. I hope this video has been helpful and you now feel a little bit more confident when wanting to define your eyebrows. And sometimes people are scared to add any color to their eyebrows at all, but I think you'll see that it really does frame your face. It helps to, you know, pull together your entire makeup look. And if you're going to be photographed, it's especially important because flash photography can really knock out the thinner parts of our eyebrows. So I hope that you try filling your eyebrows if you haven't already. If you already do, maybe you picked up a few new pointers. So I will see you guys in our next video, and thank you for watching.